Hello, I'm not Booker T. Washington, but even though I may be dressed like him, I'm still not him. I'm just an 11th grade high school student who's doing this for extra credit. Well, today we're going to learn about Booker T. Washington's famous speech called Cast Their Bucket Down. Booker T. Washington strived for accommodation rather than resistance to the racist order under which Southern African Americans lived. His speech called for the Negro to be made the intelligent laborer, or the train former, or a skilled artisan of the South. He encouraged to abandon the strategy of agitation and a call for civil rights. He recognized that many Negroes in the South were not prepared to handle the newly granted freedoms of emancipation, so he pushed for values of hard work. He constantly urged upon them that they must begin from the bottom and work their way up to the top. They may be permanent gains by no shortcut methods. Instead of letting blacks go up to the north, he tried to persuade them to work with their white neighbors in the south. He pled to the blacks not to engage in any form of military protest, but secure their civil rights. He also told them to strive for numerous opportunities and not get held back by racism. In his speech, he compared blacks to distressed sailors who were ignorant of their very means of survival, which are readily available in front of them. No race can prosper while it learns that there is a much dignity in the field of education. For example, the poor Irishman or Jew is discriminated against till he gets property, intelligence, and more backbone. Then he ceases to be an Irishman or Jew and becomes a full-fledged American citizen. Booker T. Washington said, "Cast your buckets down onto the blacks. Cast it down among the 8 millions of Negroes whose habits you know, whose fidelity and love you have tested in days. When to have proved treacherous meant that the ruin of your firesides. Why give it to the ones with the strange tongues and not your neighbors? If America shall succeed, then Americans shall work together." As an ex-slave, Booker T. Washington knew the stereotype. He knew that people believe that a slave cannot be educated and they'll be forever impoverished and filthy. But people must navigate from this state of mind. Also in his speech, Booker T. Washington said, "Ignorant and inexperienced, it is not strange that in the first years of our new life, we began at the top instead of the bottom, that a seat in Congress on the state legislature was more sought than real estate or industrial skill. The opportunities here afforded will wake among a new era of industrial progress." And that's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And thank you for watching. And a special shout out to my wonderful teacher, Miss Stanley.